Watching the amazing Spider-Man Iceberg. Explain.
I feel like we missed a lot, because we did.
And after we're doing the MCU one, then you'll do that one.
No, I'm saying after the whole...
Maybe we should do a Tobey Maguire part 2, but we're doing this first. Yeah, I get
Well, hello there! Spider-Dash here. Not too long ago, I uploaded a video called The Ultimate Sam Raimi's Spider-Man Iceberg, and it did pretty well.
4 months ago? That's like 2 years. That was 2 years ago. Sheesh, bro. I was old. Okay, you have something you want to say?
Nah. It doesn't matter.
If you're in Scotland, please stay safe.
Yeah, no, that is way more important than what I was going to say, but
now you can say it.
Guys, do you guys think Mr. Fantastic copied Luffy, or do you actually guys remember Mr. Fantastic doing it to us? So at the end of the day, we keep saying because he's old, he must have done this. Well, I'm going to tell you guys a fact. You know King Kong's franchise is 90 years old and Godzilla 70. And guess what? Kong never played basketball
I'm sure he did.
into Fortnite. Into 2024. Or was it 5?
Dude, yeah.
2025, he was made. Godzilla was in 2024, but he was in 2025. So yeah. And since it happened back in the 90s, that was a pretty long time ago. So no. Just because the franchise is older, never means we did it first.
I'm sure Kong's played basketball.
Also, at the end of the day, hey guys, do you think Spider-Man and Godzilla will actually stay 1,000 years from now, or do you think it'll be forgotten until Sounds of
Spider-Man will stay. You're Spider-Man.
So, thank you to all of you for all of your support. Now that I know that all of you are Spider-Man fans, there is a pair of Spider-Man movies that is frequently looked down upon, but if you look at them from the right perspective, they're actually really amazing. So amazing that there isn't anything sinister behind them. Or is it?
Yeah, I don't know why the critics had such a boner for making Peter a real spider. Like, this was always such a thing they had. I'm like, Jesus, why you have such a boner for it?
Specifically,
that's why we're going through a deep dive through the Amazing Spider-Man Iceberg. But before starting the video, thanks to DeviantArt user Diego Spider Jr. 2099.
I don't know if he explains in the Iceberg, but he never had a James Jonah Jameson. So, and in No Way Home spoiler warning, it said he holded his punches. Now, I believe that mean he became a pacifist. What actually meant was he became a killer. So,
stopped pulling my punches.
Jonah is meant to be the antithesis to Spider-Man, telling him what he can and can't do, basically. But without Jonah, Spider-Man's free to do whatever he wants.
Okay,
he could be a real menace without Jonah. So that's why Jonah's needed.
Thank you. Without you, nothing of this will be possible. Now, leave in the comments which movie from the Amazing Spider-Man saga is your favorite. Give me a like and click the subscribe button. Without anything else to say, let's begin.
Hey! Do you know the Ultra web browser?
It's from here in last time, dude! Did I fucking tell you?
1. Clear skies. Ultimate Comics inspiration. Ironically, despite being called The Amazing Spider-Man, the first movie is more based on the Ultimate Spider-Man comics than the Amazing Spider-Man ones. This is best seen with the lecture that Uncle Ben gives to Peter. The words that Uncle Ben says are the same that he says on the Ultimate Comics.
Oh yeah, I remember. He doesn't actually say with great power comes great responsibility. He just gives a whole monologue, and lots of people hated it because it's just 2 sentences he should have said. It came to a whole, monologue.
Deleted scenes.
I heard people like
the Amazing Spider-Man movies, as any other films, have many deleted scenes. Looking at them with the commentary of Mark Webb feels kinda sad, because you can feel that he was trying his best to to make an amazing film, and looking through other things, you can see that if they would stayed in the movie, the film will make much more sense. There's a deleted scene that shows that Dr. Connors has a child, and another scene that shows what happened to Dr. Rasta. If you want to look at more deleted scenes, I'll leave a link in the description.
That was a lot of eggs.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit is the most comic accurate. The suit that Spider-Man wears in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 film is a fan favorite suit, mostly because
Looking at comic accuracy, you gotta say hi to Danny. That Spider-Man literally was made to have a comic accurate suit because it was like, you know, his whole show is based off of comics. He speaks in comic bubbles. The show was paneled like a comic, so technically, he's the most comic accurate live-action Spider-Man. Just saying, technically.
And the rims of his eyes were printed
and not jutted out. The only problem was his eyes were really small, but like, dude, everything up on the eyes.
Actually, he had really small eyes in the
has big white eyes, and it really resembles the suit from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. I say that it looks great, and if you tell me that this is the best live-action Spider-Man suit, I wouldn't disagree.
Toby's the best though.
Sally Averill in The Amazing Spider-Man. Sally Averill, who you might know because she appears in the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon, appears briefly in the first The Amazing Spider-Man movie, played by the actress Kelsey Chow. Also, she is the girl that Peter asks out.
It's Josh! The t-shirt! Stand up, Josh!
In the
Take a bow, take a blow, blow, blow. Take a chow, chick 'em out.
Woo! And
Stop a man!
What are you doing?
Brown sugar bomb. What bomb tea? Your fucking name!
Josh.
Why did you see the bomb tea?
Do this or just
I was trying to.
Jesus Christ.
That's our face.
first panel of Amazing Fantasy, number 15. Andrew Garfield in No Way Home. At the time being, I can confirm, Andrew Garfield appears in Spider-Man No Way Home. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone were a couple. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone started dating after meeting on the Amazing Spider-Man set. In Andrew Garfield's words, he fell in love with Emma Stone the first time that he saw her, and honestly, you can't blame him.
Is it just me? Can't see it.
Dear to the tip of the iceberg.
Peter, I just can't see it.
Why was the Amazing Spider-Man cancelled? There are many versions of this, but the most acknowledged one is that Andrew Garfield failed to show up at a planned press event in Brazil, announcing that the
Yeah, it was a party and he missed it. It was because he missed a party in Brazil.
Sony is real assholes, aren't they?
I mean, this is just, you know, we don't know if it was 100% accurate. But remember, I'm not a Tasman fan. I mean, no offense, but you could really see like how bored I look. Like, I really don't like these movies. But like, even I go admit, that is a bullshit reason to cancel him. Cancel his work because.
Well, I'm waiting.
Well, now you're not. You're gonna on pause when I speak. You did it the other times.
No, I'm waiting for you to finish it all in post. So say it.
It's a bullshit reason to cancel someone because they missed a party. Also, that poster is so fake. The greatest battle lies within, and I do kind of wish if I did this something like this, it was more like with Toby films.
I think it's cool to do some
Amazing Spider-Man 3 sequel, and that offended a lot of top heads on Sony, enough to cancel the third installment in the Amazing Spider-Man saga. Honestly, this feels kinda sad. I will say that yes, this has something to do with it, but I believe that there is a much bigger reason that we don't know yet.
Why is no one liked it?
Behind the scenes. As any other movie, if you buy the DVD or the Blu-ray, you can see the behind the scenes, or you just can look for it on YouTube. Watching it is definitely worth it, because you can see that Mark Webb put his whole heart into the movies, just to be screwed by a certain individual. If you want to watch the behind the scenes of the first movie, it will definitely not be in the description. El lagarto simpático. As far as I know, here in Latin America, the lizard became a meme. Because his design looks bad. He looks like Bowser from the Super Mario movie. So, many people put him the nickname of El Lagarto Simpático, which translates to something like the friendly lizard. Also, when the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer released, many people named him El Lagarto Bluetooth. Because he looks like he's being punched wirelessly.
He's being punched wirelessly, so he's Bluetooth.
My original favorite was it was Miles who punched him in the face.
And I was like, bro, come on! Come fucking on!
Felicity
Miles invisible.
I was right though. I was right, it wasn't.
Jones is Felicia Hardy. The character that Felicity Jones play is named Felicia, but we are never specified of her last name. But she is Felicia Hardy, and we know it because of something that we'll talk about later. Similarities to the Spectacular Spider-Man. The Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon and the Amazing Spider-Man movies have a lot of things in common, like the fact that cartoon and the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Just one of them. It's a fucking grizzly one, right? I mean, he's like, Peter should be dead, right? I mean, look, Peter's strong, but like, I mean, that's deep, dude.
Also, I don't really like how the logos all cut up. Which me.
No,
I rather like spiders are just all combined.
Wait, I'm just saying, that's that's a bit brutal, right? It's like if they were for Tassim too and they show him getting electrocuted to death. Like, this is not a good way of posters. Making a character, you know, like, Killer Shipping, isn't really the best poster designer. Sure to have a bit of the battle damage, but like, I mean, come on.
Movies have a lot of things in common, like the fact that Gwen Stacy is the love interest of Peter Parker, or that Oscorp, or by default, Norman Osborn is behind everything, or the fact that we see Flash and Peter's friendship grow. Connection with Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Around the time that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was released, an episode of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures was aired, where Pac-Man turns into a spider and sings a song that resembles the classic Spider-Man theme. If you want to see it, I'll leave a link in the description. Also, it's worth mentioning that Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures was developed by AVR. Also, it's worth mentioning that Pac-Man
creepy. That's very designer.
Look at the designs they chose for these ghosts.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Probably blue. Orange just looks a bit too ugly for me.
They all look pretty weird. Red and pink are probably my faves.
Okay.
And the Ghostly Adventures was developed by AVR Rat at the same time that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was being developed, so this Easter egg is no coincidence.
Chest and back and arms and more, bigger than me, that's what for. Live, live that
Sad about steroids. Not just I'm sexist here, but old woman can't get buff like that.
So,
It's just physically.
Year 3. Below the surface.
It's not sexist because it's fact.
Michael Fassbender was the original lizard. Gerard Marens, one of the main artists of the two Amazing Spider-Man movies.
My favorite is that design. That's really cool.
yeah, the third one, it's got a cool mask for body.
I like cool body.
The first suit I think is the best. The second one, that stomach just looks like it's been cut. Doesn't look good. The first one I like those, alright. But also, they have the symbiote arm fin.
Movies shared
That is
Horrible.
genuinely revolting.
this on his Instagram is a concept art of the lizard. In it, it says that he based the face of the character on the actor Michael Fassbender, and the studio originally wanted him to play the character, but we can guess that by many different reasons, it never came to be.
Maybe he just was like, nah, I'm playing the junk.
Andrew Garfield in Doctor Strange 2. Up to this day, we know next to nothing about the next Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That's bad!
But it is said that some characters from other movies that aren't from Marvel Studios will make an appearance, such as the X-Men from Fox, probably the debut of the Fantastic Four, Tobey's Spider-Man, and of course, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. If you come from the future, I will appreciate
I'm so fucking glad, because they would have clearly died.
if you leave in the comments if something of this is true.
Yeah, well, I
Dr.
mean,
Kafka is Dr. Octopus. Dr. Kafka appears briefly in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. His character is based on the comic character with the same name, but the major change is that in the comics, the character is a woman. There is a theory that says that he was later going to be revealed as Dr.
you know, every gender swap is male to female, guys. Sometimes it's female to male.
Oh, so it's I'm joking, that's still fucking shit.
Octopus in a Sinister 6 movie. But that is just a
Sinister 6 movie. I love how 2014 fan made this picture. Is this the thumbnail? Is it? Are we on a thumbnail? What was the original thumbnail? It was, Mr. Definovich. Just saying, who's the leader of this team at the Green Goblin? Who's that? Is that Lizard?
So,
That's not so.
oh, hey, buddy.
Gosh.
We didn't take a picture for Spider-Man one.
Yeah, we did the first one.
We took a picture, like a picture?
Yeah.
theory. Michael B. Jordan Sinister 6 movie. But that is just a theory.
A film for you?
Michael B. Jordan in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
What?
For The Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie, Andrew Garfield pitched the idea that Peter Parker should be bisexual and have a relationship with a man played by Michael B. Jordan.
Wow. Like Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan. You're lifeless. Bow. I just hope he can play with Peter's balls as good as he can in the court. That's all I'm saying. That was a joke. I wasn't trying to be homophobic.
Look, Chiefs, it's a joke about two actors fucking.
Just making a joke. I mean, I'm just I was joking. I didn't mean to be homophobic. If it sounded homophobic, I didn't mean it to sound homophobic. All right.
Okay, but fans already
Thank you,
know
guys.
this.
Hi, guys.
Hey, fellas.
Concept arts.
Friendship camp?
As any other films, the Amazing Spider-Man movies have concept arts for the two movies. In them, you can see different designs for the Spider-Man suit, a more comic-accurate look for. In them, you can see
He should have worn a coat and not been naked. I heard you
different designs for.
The second suit is actually kind of cool. The way the blue. Like, I actually think I dig the second suit. You? Yeah. I'm messing with it. I like it.
The Spider-Man suit, a more comic-accurate
That's cool.
Yeah,
look for the Lizard, a different look for Rhino.
Yeah, cool. Even Miles Morales was leaked. What? Did you not know that?
No. It's a YouTube reaction. You know?
Wow!
And you can even see that Miles Morales was planned to appear at some point.
And this wasn't just Miles in Spider-Man PS4 Lego Miles as a civilian. They were planning to film on superhero Miles. How the hell would have that worked? Because most people in that time didn't really know who Miles was. I think you got your first exposure to Miles from Spider-Verse. Or PS4.
Oscorp keeps an eye on you. This is something that Harry says to Peter in a deleted scene, where Harry reveals that Oscorp has been surveilling Peter since he was a child.
That's weird. What was it? Oscorp has been watching Peter his whole life. That's cool. That's just weird.
Connection with the Defenders. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was shot in the same locations where Jessica Jones was filmed. Also, it's worth mentioning, around that time, a Spider-Man cartoon was being aired, named Ultimate Spider-Man, where in almost every episode, Spider-Man teams up with some members of the Defenders. Also, Jessica Jones says the famous words,
"If you say with great power comes great responsibility, I swear I'll throw up on you."
scrapped the Amazing Spider-Man 2 deleted scene. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie was going to have a post-credit scene that was going to feature the Sinister Six. Also, it was supposed to reveal that Norman Osborn was still alive, or at
Yes, they have Norman's decapitated head in a jar being the main villain. And if you say, guy in the Technology Advanced Institute for 2002 was weird. This is fucking weirder.
least that his other head was in a state of cryogenization, waiting to be revealed as the real Green Goblin.
That poster was fake as fuck.
Relax. Slow down. Look around.
No, you.
Tier 4. The bottom of the iceberg. Mary Jane in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Shailene Woodley was set to appear as MJ in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. A lot of the scenes with her were shot. We can see her interacting with Peter as well as with Gwen Stacy. And a scene of Peter confronting MJ's dad as a Spider-Man after finding out that he abused his daughter emotionally was set to be shot. But this scene was never filmed, and the other scenes were cut from the movie.
I think it's good. I mean, you don't want two movie franchises. I don't think we should have two movie franchises where he's in love with MJ. And I like how much girlfriends Peter has, so each live action series, well, besides the 3 ones before. Actually, no, because Japanese Spider-Man gave him an original girlfriend.
And so did, where you coming from?
Well, he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, Danny has no one. Yeah. Only has Vic. Nicholas has his own girlfriend. They never say who it is.
So I like how each Spider-Man has had a unique girlfriend.
Something I really like about Nicholas Spider-Man is that there's like this big moment where film says, I was in the army, and they're like, you're in the army? Like, that's maybe like how fucking powerful he is and how much of a threat he is. I don't think you do it. Just saying, you realise that, if this was like 6 on 6 Peter, or dare I say Insomniac Peter?
Peter doesn't give a damn if you worked in war.
Yeah,
Captain America was through World War II, one of the worst wars in history, and he still kicked his ass.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's not a strong dude. No one cares. You're not a strong dude. Here's a cool film.
Proto Goblin was the original villain of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Originally, the Dr. Rajit Ratha was set to appear as the villain Proto Goblin in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I do like the fact that we're picking more unique villains, but yeah, no.
You know what? Somebody.
Wait a fucking minute. Did they just pull Spider-Man 3 on us?
What?
That's 3 villains.
You know something I did not like? I watched this video about why Gwen Stacy's actor should become Spider-Gwen, and both the videos I watched about said because she'd look hot in the skin-tight suit. That's just one creepy and weird. I mean, you don't see me saying, oh, Tom Holland would be sexy in Spider-Man.
I mean...
Like, Jesus Christ, man. Get out of your basement and actually get a girlfriend. Stop simping over actors and actually get a life. Like, just fucking gross.
Look, if you happen to like someone, it's okay, but don't let it get to a point of obsession. It's okay to have a cartoon crush, but don't let it get to a point of obsession. That's what he's saying.
Also, it's fine cartoon, but it's a real actor, you just look like a creepy weirdo.
Okay, Josh.
So no offense to YouTuber, but get a life.
Alright, you're just being a bit...
2. The Proto-Goblin is a minor villain in the Amazing Spider-Man comics, and the Dr. Rajit Ratha was supposed to survive the attack from the lizard and become the Proto-Goblin at some point, but this idea was scrapped. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the web cut. This is the same case than with the Snyder Cut. A lot of fans are asking Sony to release a version of the film with the vision that the director intended. And it is said that there is around 6 hours of content that we haven't seen yet.
Look, I know we all love Spider-Man here, but who actually would watch a 6-hour movie?
Especially if, well, no offense, but, you know, one of the midest Spider-Man.
Like, I'm sorry, but...
If you ever want to know my Spider-Man ranking, I think...
Well, why don't we say that in the final episode?
Video games.
Nani?
Each The Amazing Spider-Man
that is a pretty good
movie came with its respective video game, even if they don't...
Just say one thing though.
Gosh, damn, this is what the original UI was. I just want to see what...
reach levels of Insomniac's
Looks like an animation.
Spider-Man, they're definitely good, so you should try them if you can. These games were released in almost every platform at that moment. There are also phone versions of those video games, so odds are that you have a really high chance of playing them, if you want to. Symbiote deleted scene. The symbiote appears in the final trailer of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but in the final movie it was removed and replaced with Doc Ock's arms. J. Jonah Jameson and Betty Brant in The Amazing Spider-Man.
People really wanted. If you search up any Amazing Spider-Man 3 poster, actually, I'm gonna specifically look for results I want and not results and oats. Okay, look what I mean. Look what I mean. Not news. Image. Symbiote.
Alright, we're gonna say
first fin.
Symbiote. Focus to the first.
Okay, that's actually.
If we're gonna say the first thing people want is Jonah, like Jonah would have been here.
I know. I'm just saying that. Look at people really want the symbiote. Oats, because like that's what people really want in this series. The symbiote suit. I would not want a comic character suit. Controversial opinion, but I feel like the comic symbiote suit's kind of bland. I feel that way a little bit about Miles as well. I feel like legs can really add a lot to Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man has legs, arms, and chest. I mean, that's only
that's why I don't like overall Lego to see. Oh yeah, James, what to show you guys, man.
By the way, some people have modded this. See, Insomniac, it isn't impossible to add to a Nicholas suit.
Well, one thing,
and also the Imposter suit.
Guys, if we're adding Nicholas, we should add Danny.
Classic Spider-Man. Look, I don't mean to be mean into Insomniac saying, "Oh, add what I want." But like, dude, this is literally one of the very first, not the very first, but one of the very first live-action Spider-Man.
Stop tributing the movies if you want to tribute the other shows.
Like,
what? Is it just a show?
It's not as good as what Danny, but it's not as good as Toby, but still, it's very important. This is a cool mod for another Spider-Man game.
I like the stylized for the eyes being more bigger. I like how it's kind of less realistic. I think that's pretty cool.
Now, sadly, Danny Segrin, what a yo-yo. What is that? This is probably just him putting on the costume. That's what I update, probably. Favorite Spider-Man was Ginger.
Bro, that mustache.
Yeah, bro, looks like not in a mean way, like the pig from Angry Birds. It's a fact feel. It wasn't just Danny who played Spider-Man. There was also before Nicholas, there was Danny, the main one, Skip Hinton, Jim Boyd, Miguel Pulitzer. Fans, can I ask you a question? Do you think My Little Pony is looking less and less like My Little Pony?
J. Jonah Jameson.
Little Pony, look. What? No. I was saying I feel like the designs look way too cute though. They don't really look like horses as much. And Josh said, yeah, all bumblebees look badass, huh? Explain that, because I mean, look at the original Bumblebee. He looks pregnant.
I still think he's kind of badass. Little horns.
He just looks. He's meant to be childish.
As well as Betty Brant were set to appear in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but this never happened, and instead, J. Jonah Jameson has a small reference in the movie. Tier 5 Shallow Waters. The Amazing Spider-Man 3. The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was cancelled, but we have some hints of what it could have been. The actor, Dennis Leary, who plays Captain George Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, revealed some information of what the Amazing Spider-Man 3 could have been. Peter Parker would have come up with a formula to bring back people from death, and characters like George Stacy.
Yeah. Peter Parker discovered immortality! Look, all I'm saying is, if you're ever doubting Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, he'll kill you and bring you back to life to kill you again. Here it is, I could kill you, bring you back to life, and kill you again, all over again, if I want to. Okay! Oh, we're recording, Josh.
Mine. Yes.
See, Gwen, and Uncle Ben would have been brought back. An interesting...
Literally Peter playing to be God. Yeah, I personally think this is just no.
Okay.
Dude, guys, I need to say, this is so unlike Spider-Man. Peter would never, I just feel like this is too much unlike Peter in a way,
Too much power, not enough great responsibility.
Just plot, if you ask me. Mr. Kallenbach and Tatiana. Missy Kallenbach is a character played by the actress Hannah Marks that appears in the first The Amazing Spider-Man movie. After appearing in the film, the actress gained some followers on her social media and appeared in other movies. And Tatiana was a new character. Sony pitched the idea of Peter Parker having a new love interest in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, named Tatiana.
Many works of Peter Parker. Peter got raised though. You very rarely get to see any of these. Like Christy. When have you ever seen Christy Ironwood? Yeah, Christy Ironwood or Lee Allen or Glory Grant or Betty Brantley. It's actually a few times, I guess. When do you ever see Mary Kane? What? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me do it. When do you ever see Tara Whitman? Actually, that girl, Tara Whitman, does it kind of cool. Like the one blonde one with glasses.
Yeah.
And when do you ever see Mary Jane Watson, huh?
Why is she such a baddie though?
I mean, she literally is mate. And when do you ever see Gwen Stacy, huh?
But the idea was scrapped quickly, because why would you replace something that is already perfect? The Sinister Six movie.
Who's the film gonna be? Spider-Man?
Seriously, they need to,
It is confirmed.
The Sinister Six. See,
I mean, I really like what to say.
Personally, I don't see a Craven working in a Sinister Six or Venom.
I really like what to say
because
because
they're films who work on their
blocky.
own. They're both films who work on their own, not...
That Sony wanted to make a Sinister Six movie before making The Amazing Spider-Man 3, but both movies were cancelled. Spider-Man versus The Amazing Spider-Man.
Who would win?
I wanted the most out of everyone. You gave me room for my toes so I could keep going. And grip every root, rock, and trail. Stay out there with Ultra.
But like, dude, we're giving him...
Our restaurant, we're always on the hunt for quality ingredients.
Giving us about his win.
Same goes for washing up
It's the first movie for each other character. Why'd you use the
which is why we switched to very professional. It only takes a little to cut through grease.
I get it.
And the bottle can wash up to 95,000 plates.
Oh, actually.
So we can get them back to business. Very professional.
Wizard. Yeah.
This refers to an essay written by the comicbookmovie.com, where they compare The Amazing Spider-Man movie with the original Spider-Man from Sam Raimi. If you want to read it, I'll leave a link in the description.
That would be where I would win now.
Andrew Garfield in Civil War and Infinity War.
Sorry, what?
It is said that Sony and Marvel Studios were in negotiations to make Spider-Man appear in the MCU long before The Amazing Spider-Man 2. In this case, Andrew Garfield would have appeared in the MCU as the MCU's Spider-Man instead of Tom Holland. Also, this entry could refer to the What If videos made by the YouTuber Missed the Part. I'll leave his videos in the description. Spin-offs. Sony had planned for a lot of spin-offs related to the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Among them, Agent Venom, Venom Carnage, Silver and Black, and an unnamed movie. The Agent Venom movie.
Are you being serious right now? An anime movie would kind of go hard though. Not gonna lie.
Oh, so is it meant to be?
It's gonna be a spy. It's gonna be a spy. Oh no, it can't be Trouble. Please don't say it's Trouble. She's meant to be a spy. Yeah, I'd love to see the anti-Venom movie. I mean, Agent Venom.
Will have featured the same actor that played Flash in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, Chris Silka. It is said that him and Sony were in conversations to play the character. We don't know much about the Venom Carnage movie, but it is safe to say that much of the ideas that were going to be used in that movie wound up in the Venom movies starred by Tom Hardy. The Silver and Black movie was going to feature the Spider-Man villains, Silver Sable and Black Cat.
I'm not gonna lie, great pause one, but I would probably love to see this movie. I mean, Silver Sable, a villain who most people found annoying, and Black Cat, a villain who most people found annoying. They would be the best bitches as a team.
Okay, so I just don't like these films. They're both too annoying.
Also, God, they really make her silver. She's shiny.
don't know much about it.
I'm just saying, it could be a fun movie, but would it be a fight movie? Like, these two just don't seem like, Look, I'm just saying, everyone loves the Amazing Spider-Man, everyone's like, oh, look how cool the Amazing Spider-Man is. If we kept getting Amazing Spider-Man movies, you would all be sick of it. You'd all be sick of it, just admit. Look what fucking Sony movies we have now. And okay, but what if they're all good and they're no failures? I'd still be sick of it though, because who wants a Spider-Man cinematic universe? Yeah, but it's not a Toby universe, so...
More than it was very likely that the actress Felicity Jones was going to reprise her role as Felicia Hardy, and the Aunt May movie was going to be based on this Marvel comic Trouble, where it is revealed
That was a fucking joke! I remember this video a long time ago. So, also, why is anime so thick though?
I mean, from the writer of Kick-Ass, I gotta ask you,
Anime-
what were you doing?
Why does anime have flat ass?
What were you doing?
What's it?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Aunt May is the mom
Yeah, I know.
No, what's it say?
I'm sorry, Aunt May. I know. I love you. I know.
of Peter Parker because she cheated.
Ew!
So what's it say?
I'm not reading that shit, man.
On Uncle Ben with Richard Parker. Yeah, it is a good thing that they didn't make that one.
She cheated on her son with her son?
She cheated on Uncle Ben with Richard Parker. That's her daughter's husband.
Year 6. Dark Waters. Scrapped Clone Saga adaptation.
See? Told you! Told you! Look, I hate to be mean to us, but Clone Saga, dude. If the clone isn't Tobey Maguire, it would be terrible. I'm joking. But wouldn't it be so cool? Ben Reilly, played by Tobey Maguire? That would be a cool twist, right?
I just want him to be played by the same actor because it's maybe a clone.
Remember what I said about the
Where were we? Where were you? In Ohio, you apple. Ayo, what the fuck are you gonna say now? Wow! Okay.
Clone Saga adaptation.
As I say, see what I mean? See what I mean? If you watch this, you'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, well, what's Spider-Man story later on?
Remember what I said about the plot of The Amazing Spider-Man 3 being Peter bringing back people from the dead? Well, it is said that the main villain of that movie was going to be the Jackal. He was going to find Peter's formula at some point and clone him, giving us Ben Reilly in the big screen for the first time. Andrew Garfield hates Sony.
Me too, Andrew.
Wait. Look, I want to say one thing, just one thing. Guys, you know, I don't really hate Sony. I don't see the hatred for it, but that's a personal opinion.
I do agree that they
can
write some bad
but
movies.
one thing. Anyway. We did a modern rendition with Gwen, and I just don't think Clone Story works with Gwen because, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
After being fired by Sony, it is said that Andrew and Sony aren't on good terms. But after Andrew appearing in No Way Home, we can safely say that at least they have reached middle ground. The Amazing Spider-Man 4. Little is known about The Amazing Spider-Man
How could you write 3?
3, and we know even less about The Amazing Spider-Man 4. But since we know that the Sinister
Oh, you fucking bitch.
6 was in the works, maybe The Amazing Spider-Man 4 was going to have Peter fighting the Sinister Six.
Maybe.
Emma Stone will be resurrected and become Carnage.
We have Ant Carnage and we have Gwen Carnage. What are they called? Spider Gwen, Carnage Gwen, nah.
Hopefully no more
Who's better?
jump scares.
Who's better? Spider May or Carnage May, or, you know?
Carnage May.
Or Carnage Gwen.
There are rumors that Gwen Stacy could have returned as Carnage, just like in the Ultimate Universe, where she becomes Carnage after her her death. In the movie, we would have seen Peter bring Gwen Stacy back to life, but the universe will teach Peter that he has to be careful what he wishes for.
Yeah, no, it's scary the first one, that's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
I've told you twice! I've played these games before! I said I've played these games before!
Tier 7, The Abyss. Spider-Man 2099 movie. There are rumors that if the other projects that Sony had planned succeeded, they would have made a Spider-Man movie about the...
You know, we can actually have this movie. You know Sony have the rights to make a movie like this. So like, if you're seeing Chameleon, Time for Revenge, and you're thinking, huh, why don't we get a Ben Reilly movie? It's a lamppost. Oh my god. Oh, you shady girl! I'm talking about a lamppost, Polly.
Okay, boss.
God damn, it's shaking though, it's wobbling. Oh! Oh!
Okay, let's stop talking.
It's more entertainment for you.
Spider-Man from the 2099, but nothing more than just rumors. David Fincher Spider-Man. David Fincher, director of The Social Network and Fight Club, was among the candidates to direct a new Spider-Man movie even before Sam Raimi. And when Sony wanted to make
First rule about Spider-Man is we don't talk about Spider-Man.
Mask.
Yeah.
the Amazing Spider-Man movies, David Fincher was among the names to direct the Amazing Spider-Man films. Sadly, this never came to be, but David Fincher has talked about his vision for the Spider-Man movie. He said that his movie wouldn't have been an origin story, that the main focus was not going to be the action. He would have centered around the characters instead. The main villain was going to be the Green Goblin, and the movie was going to feature Gwen Stacy's death. In my opinion,
I do like the way they filmed the death, like, kind of she was on a clock tower. I get it's supposed to be way more emotional, him taking off a mask and crying. See, here's the thing, when you're in person, when he's alone, he's sad, but when he's Spider-Man, he's angry. Peter is sad but Spider-Man's angry, just the two sides of his personality. Spider-Man, you know, wants revenge, but Peter's just sad that he lost the person he loved. You took a woman I love away from me.
it seems like it could have...
Hate you, Peter. People don't really hate you, Peter. See what's
Oh, for
man.
fuck's sake, stop saying that!
That's like a joke scream about a little girl they loved. Looks a little creepy.
First of all, she's in college.
been a really good movie. Scrapped Andrew Garfield into the Spider-Verse cameo. There are rumors that the directors of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse wanted
Too bad for a person who had fucking that person who had the car. This cunt just kicked me! Fucking hell!
to include characters voiced by Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. But Sony declined the idea. They said that it was too soon to make it in the first movie. So let's keep our fingers crossed for the next movie.
Oh yeah! Yeah, I mean technically he is in the movie. Yeah, he's crying. Like that hurts so much. Like, all fake trailers and shit showed the Spider-Man, and all we got was him whinging!
I think it's good.
Yeah, but dude,
Because the Spider-Verse.
I don't care. Look, I understand. It's just sad.
Why Andrew and Emma broke up.
We're probably not even gonna see the third movie.
At this day, we don't know.
But we are probably gonna get a Spider-Verse spin-off. Who do you think it would be about? I'm guessing either okay, what? Oh, why? Oh, you're talking on a YouTube channel that we discuss!
Just, I want to hear why they broke.
I
think it could be about Spider-Gwen or the, the Japanese Spider-Girl.
Reason why Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone broke up. The little that we know is that Andrew Garfield was in a dark place while he was filming a movie in Taiwan. We don't have exact details on what happened, and
Carnage in Swamp.
honestly, I think that we should leave them alone.
Yeah, respect people's privacy, guys.
The Amazing Spider-Man Since Past. Do not research.
As a reference to comics.
The Amazing Spider-Man Since Past is a Spider-Man comic where they reveal that before Gwen Stacy's dead, she
What? Oh god, you're not ready for this one, lads.
had children with Norman Osborn. Yes.
His cum face is this.
Spider-Man, I'm coming!
Spider-Man, I'm fucking your girl!
Spider-Man is a cook, but thank
Spider-Man is a cuck.
God that this comic is no longer canon, and they never had plans of adapting this comic into a film.
I mean, if they did though, at least Harry would be the same age.
No,
Well, you stayed until the end. Thank you for watching this video. It was a lot of work doing this, so please, if you enjoyed, give me a like and click the subscribe button. And a special thanks to Diego Spider JR 2099. He helped me a lot through the video and is the creator of the Iceberg. So consider following him on DeviantArt. Without anything else to say,
Bye, guys.
I'm Spider Dash, and I'll be seeing you the next time.
Good night, my ladies and gentlemen. Remember, thank you.
Goodbye.
It's good.
Did you know?
Was there something like that in the original film?
Don't leave!
You see nothing, alright?
Bye, guys.